Talent is overrated, and the idea misused. Now, I know what you've been taught. Talent is a good thing. Everyone wants to be considered talented, right? But talent has its downsides. Quite a few, actually. And I want you to know. Hello everyone, my name is Arthur Ross. I am a classically trained professional violist. I've been playing in symphony orchestras, chamber ensembles, and recording studios for many years. On this channel, I talk about music and music performance, art and its significance to our culture, and the life and work of the performing artist. The topic of this video, talent. Beware. Talent. A special, often athletic, creative, or artistic aptitude. The natural endowments of a person. Talent. Many people are afraid they don't have it. Have you ever heard or said any of these things? I wasn't gifted with any artistic ability. I've never been good with numbers. I'm not very coordinated. I'm all thumbs and I've got 2 left feet. Me and mechanical things just don't get along. I don't have a musical bone in my body. It must be nice to be really talented at something. People have a profound inferiority complex around this notion of talent. One problem is people confuse talent with precociousness. Precocious, exceptionally early in development or occurrence, exhibiting mature qualities at an unusually early age, from the Latin precox, meaning early ripening. People think if they weren't solving high-level math equations at 7, playing piano concertos with the New York Philharmonic at 10, or being drafted by the NBA at 18, they must not be talented in those areas. They're embarrassed by what they consider a deficiency in themselves, and they carry that around with them. They act as though they've already failed in life somehow. Another problem is people feel that talent is the most important, if not the only thing needed for success. But developing success in any endeavor requires way more than just a special aptitude. Complex things like viola playing, or mathematics, or basketball require a host of skills and abilities, all working together. Skills like vision, discipline, dexterity, memory, focus, balance, conscientiousness, organizational skills, on and on. The reality is, the skills needed for mastery can be taught and learned to an extremely high level, regardless of when you start in terms of age, or where you start in terms of any natural aptitudes. Moreover, any supposed deficit in one skill area can usually be compensated for with another. What one may lack in dexterity or balance can be compensated for with focus. What one may lack in memory can be made up for with organizational skills and planning. It takes way more than just talent. Now, let's talk about the opposite situation. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button below and subscribe. And share this video with one of your good friends. It's really helpful for a new channel like mine just getting off the ground. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'd love to answer them. Okay, back to the video. Talent. Many people have been convinced they do have it, and this creates its own set of problems. No one is born believing they have talent. Little kids aren't thinking about that. They're too busy exploring the world around them. Someone else in their lives, usually a teacher or a parent, communicates the concept, then convinces the kid they have it. And along with that comes the notion that talent determines destiny. If you're good at something, that means you should commit your life to it. If you started playing the piano when you were a little child, and lo and behold, you get good at it early, people assume you've just found your lifelong career. Does it matter whether or not you actually want to play the piano? Not really. Talent, or precociousness, not pursued, is considered wasted, as though the kid is doing a disservice to themselves, their parents, and the universe somehow. Oftentimes, in these situations, a child's supposed talent becomes way more important than anything else. Suddenly, dad is playing one-on-one with his son, not to spend time together and build a loving relationship, but because dad wants his son to play in the NBA. Or a 7-year-old is practicing scales 4 hours every day, closely supervised by a parent or teacher. Not because the child enjoys creating beautiful sounds on the piano, but because that technique building is crucial if the child is ever going to be a piano soloist with the New York Philharmonic. Look, this idea of talent is often way more trouble than it's worth. While it is a reality of life, the way we think of and use the concept often does more harm than good. The dirty little secret? We all have talents. We all have inborn abilities in this area or that. Sometimes more and sometimes less. Sometimes that talent manifests early and sometimes later. Sometimes we have the opportunity to notice and take advantage of them, and sometimes we don't. And sometimes those talents actually match with our interests, but not always. So don't worry too much about your talent. Just figure out what it is you really want to do and get on with it.